So I just watched Paatal Lok last night, and it's been quite a fucking interesting web series. I finished in one entire binge, guys. It started at like 1 o'clock in the night and 7:30 வரைக்கும் பார்த்துருந்தேன். I believe Paatal Lok is Amazon Prime's answer to Netflix Sacred Games, and it's a much more fucking fitting and better reply to it. The first factor that I liked about Paatal Lok is I love how they started the series. பேர்லேயே செம்மையாக கேப்சர் பண்ணிட்டாங்க Paatal Lok, which means netherworld or underworld அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So just to do justice to the name, the first dialogue in the entire series is explaining about the Swarg Lok, the Boom Lok, or whatever, the Dharum Lok, whatever, the middle ground where we are, and the Paatal Lok, which is the underworld. Though also starting less சொல்கிறேன் தயவு செஞ்சு, they're all basically spoilers. I don't understand how reviews can be without spoilers. It's such a dumb concept. Like, you know, the general process is you'll hear about something, you go watch it, then you want to come and watch reviews about what you just watched, because it's like a nice space to be in that universe. So what's the point of having like reviews without spoilers? Starting or Mari, it's like, you know, it sets the pace and the mood for the entire thing. And right from that dialogue, Damal, it jumps into a scene of the hypocrisy of the Paatal Lok. It like puts you in the shoe of that guy Hathi Raman, and his one expression is enough to, you know, summarize the feeling of all the viewers. Go like, what in the moonjingalkai evlo scene pandranga vatta chi saavangada echa pasanga, you feel like that. Because like there'll be a husband beating up the wife, cops will go and stop the husband, and then the wife will beat up the cops saying, oh, how dare you lay a hand on my husband, and we're all just like, the fuck, bitch. Okay, whatever. So yeah, that's Paatal Lok in a nutshell for you. The series there, in that scene, they set the entire mood of the hypocrisy and the controversy and the hyperboles playing out throughout everywhere. So it starts off a little slowly, I'll give you that, because it follows the usual web series format, guys. You know, until a point when my dad told me this, you know, How I Met Your Mother glass shatting kind of scene happened to me when my dad did it to me. He's like, I'm like, yeah, so dad, you've seen this web series, you've seen that? He's like, yeah, man, everything's okay. What is that? It's all the same. I'm like, what do you mean it's all the same? Yeah, what? Instead, they'll have one major incident, then they'll show that on 10 minutes, and they'll cut back. Then they'll show that one more 10 minutes forward, then they'll cut back. Then they'll show again one more thing, then they'll cut back to one more character. Every character will get one backstory. That's all. This is only every web series now. This one big, gigantic serial. Although it's not entirely true, it is sort of true, you know, right from Sacred Games to Made in Heaven to every famous web series that's being made out there. This is the format that they're following. In fact, I've been in a few writing rooms, and this is literally what they're also telling people. They're like, just follow this format, don't do anything else. Just have like, you know, 5 good characters, 5 major characters, so that, you know, you can like pander to all different audiences, and someone will relate to some character, and give all of them a backstory, so that each of them have different life in them, or whatever the fuck. So yeah, that's become like a pattern in web series. You can't help it. Unfortunately, Paatal Lok also falls under that category, which is why it kind of makes a little bit cliched. So in that aspect, but I will still say that they've done damn good justice in that format too. The best part about Paatal Lok is the way they've gone into the nitty-gritties. You know, they use the phrase in the series itself, ear to the ground kind of reporter. So that's the kind of writing that's also gone to this. You know, these fuckers have gone into ground, into details. Like, you can see the amount of research and hard work that's gone into the writing of this entire series. That's the best part. I am really inspired by a few series which tend to teach you stuff. Like, you know, when you watch something and you learn from it, like I like to call it cultural anthropology. Yeah, the study of human beings and the culture. A good example is in this movie was that entire history of you. Call Me By Your Name. Yeah, sorry. Call Me By Your Name. And the padathla, it's a beautiful cultural anthropology of Italy and life in rural Italy. So I like the movie for that. That was my hero. I didn't give much of a shit about the emotions and the storyline and the characters and performance. You know, I loved how they set the whole movie. You know, you feel like you are living in that place while you're watching the movie. Adhe madri, Paatal Lok throws you into boom, the fucking actual Paatal Lok of India. You'll be sitting in your coves in the city, and you'll be thinking, what the hell? These kind of shit happens in the village. But yeah, bro, ground reality, all this happens. Even a lot worse things do happen. So, you know, little small nuances like Chota Kam, Bada Kam, or Pura Kam, stuff like that and all is like really revealing or revelationary for you. And the scenes are very hard hitting. They are unapologetic. They don't give a fuck. They're like, yo, you watch, bitch. This is reality. You need to know this shit. Kanna tharந்து paaru, paravaala. There's a scene of the main dude taking a hammer and beating the fuck out of a guy's brains out. There's a scene of a dude's mother being fucked by like 10 people, being raped and being watched by that woman's father. The emotions are brutal, they are raw, and that's the best part of the series. It's as raw as it gets. When it comes to the complete reality of the series, there is a few portions which are little, I like to call these the writer cookies. In every crime thriller, there's always one portion where the protagonist will like lose part. He won't know what to do. That's when the writer will come in and he'll throw a few cookies like, here, keep this sign from the universe. No other way. Like suddenly the lift door will open, or there'll be even family member who'll say something and go. In that aspect, I feel Paatal Lok was a little too repetitive with the family members thing. Everywhere this guy goes to investigate, there's always one family member who'll like help out that guy by saying some extra shit. So that pattern was there, but when it's so good, you tend to like, yeah, you know what, chalta hai, it's chill, it's okay. And the other best part is the way they've gone into the nitty-gritties of each character. Nowadays, going into the backstory of each character, I mean, giving a character depth has become easy. Just throw him a backstory and yeah, you're sorted. You get the audience to understand the character and where he's coming from, why he's doing what he's doing. But the way they've piqued the interest for you to go along Hathiram is really interesting. They have a lot of little subplots too, like Hathiram's son, how he undergoes fish out of the water scenario. Like he's a dude who doesn't want to be in his English as school, but then he lands up there. And of course, the way how he discovers the respect and love for his father, who's a cop who, as every dad wants to be respected by his kids. And that arc closes nicely and beautifully. There are a lot of these little arcs throughout. There is obviously the main arc that goes, but there's also a lot of like little subplots. And the main reason I like Paatal Lok is because they ended it. They give you closure, man. That's one major reason where it stands out from fucking Sacred Games. I hated Sacred Games for one major reason, part one, which was no closure. It was such a lazy just finish. Like, yeah, part two is coming, just wait for it. That's all. Like, I'm like, bro, I invested so much time and energy. I want to see some kind of a, ending or closure in this fucking season, man. Don't just be like, oh, okay, yeah, next season, this guy will open his eyes and then some shit will happen. And it's the same shit again with part two, motherfucking bomb will explode or not. Like, it's annoying, man. It's fucking pissing off. But that's what was refreshing in Paatal Lok. When it seemed like they're just going to be all like open-ended about it, they kind of did close almost every string, I would say. The string about the Chini dude and how that's also closed beautifully. They end it in the end. They close a string about the Top Singh Wala dude. They close a string about Hatiwala, his kid. There are a lot of these little strings that they tie up. It may tie up to be a very, anticlimactic, kind of brutal, unapologetic ending, but it does it. At least as an audience, you're like, okay, so this is what happens. It's not nice, it's not a happy ending, but you know what? I have closure. I know what happens. It's cool. You didn't take my effort and my time invested for granted. So I like that in Paatal Lok. That was really good. One major thing that Paatal Lok did amazingly well is that what Sacred Games had to do with the help of Saif Ali Khan and Kalki Kochan and so much of production, like help and all that shit. Paatal Lok does effortlessly with like zero cast, like star cast. The main hero was the fucking story, and it served fucking well. It was gripping throughout. The screenplay was written beautifully. And their binge factor, this is what the corporate side call it, the binge factor. Like at the end of every episode, there has to be that factor that makes you want to click to the next episode. That these guys have covered beautifully. Yeah, of course, you can't talk about Paatal Lok without mentioning the mythological tropes. I love mythology. I'm a sucker for history, geography, and mostly Indian mythology. So I love how they've, centered the dialogues mostly around Indian mythology as well. They talk about Hiranyakashipu, they talk about demons, they talk about horoscope, they talk about religion, they talk about gender bias. They've done that beautifully. I feel that they've done a lot of justice to a lot of the issues that the people want to be addressed, and they've done it suavely, like not being a fucking annoying Karen about it and just like being very subtle and nuanceical about it. Like this is one character, right? I think Sarah Matthews, yeah. She may seem like your typical annoying feminist at first, but then you slowly just go along with her and you kind of realize that she's an actual feminist. Like that's the kind of feminist that people just want to see. Someone who just does what she wants. There's her own set of justice and rules, and yeah, there's no reason for her to be in your face about things. There's no reason for the writers to be like, hey, this is what we want to push. No, it's very subtle. It's very nice. It's just like, a smooth ride with Sarah Matthews. It's nice. You should watch it. She's one of my light characters. I like the arc of the main dude, of course, Sanjeev Sharma, or the reporter dude. I think it was a thing based on Arnab, or who the fuck, what the hell ka that dude, it seems. So it's really beautiful how that arc, they take it from showing him as the nice guy, like, oh, this guy's heroic and shit, and then zoop, they take him toward like a downward curve, they demolish him to like one chatra piece of shit. And the same way they do the converse with his wife. who they show as like one annoying character as a viewer when you're watching this, like, "Arey, yeah, this one again." I actually forwarded sometimes when that bitch came on screen. I'm like, oh my god, this boring bitch is back. I don't want to see this shit. Forward pante paathen. But in the ending, with that one dialogue about the dog and everything, boom, like they gave you elevated her arc like to some other level. So it's like, the two arcs were just like going across. I love that part. And of course, yeah, I'm so jealous of the writers for spotting this and using this card beautifully. They milked fucking this one amazing gem, which is dogs, man. I have not seen a better tribute to dogs than this web series. It's not a Marley and Me type, 101 type, Dalmatians type of tribute. It's a very subtle, suave, along the side thing that hits, that sticks. It's beautiful. It's nice. So they used the dog sentiment to the fullest, and it hits spot on. Yeah, of course. I don't want to get into technical details, cinematography, music, along with the VAT level guys. That's like a given. Everything is just pakka. When it comes to music, I would like to mention though that there were a lot of these guys. They used a lot of new sounds. Like they haven't stuck to just instruments. They use sound effects as music, and that was pretty interesting to watch. So one thing that Paatal Lok really brings to the surface and highlights to you without being very highlightive about it is the various subtle undercurrents that happen in society. Like gender-based issues, religion-based issues, community-based violence. A lot of these things, I'll be honest, when I read things like a man gets beaten up and killed because of eating beef, I thought the media is blowing it up as usual. Like, motherfuckers, these guys, like, boom, 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 they'll make it a big deal and they'll try to make everything seem bad. I was in that stupid bubble. And then I saw this scene that beautifully just unfolded for me. And it hit me like, boom, I was like, ouch. So they actually killed two people just for something like that. That's fucked up, man. That's not cool at all. The way they, casually just like spoke about things like your terrorism and Pakistan and all that, so much of hullabaloo and bullshit, they just like, they squashed that. I love that. They made a fucking mockery of you stupid ass. Basically, they made a mockery. I saw a lot of Arnab in that dumb fuck who kept going, they could not shut me up, they could not do this, they could not do that to me. And then the final Hathiram comes and looks at him in his face and like, man, chod, you don't matter at all. It makes no difference to them. You weren't the fucking point of preference there. It was the guy who was killing you. And that broke down that dude, and that was beautiful. I like that part. Yeah, there's one more thing that I noticed in this. I haven't really seen the other series of Amazon Prime. I think it's Panchayat or something, where they talk about this IAS dude who goes to the villages and he paints about this We Too Us Child 1 campaign. I've seen like a few scenes of it, but if I remember right, I think they've carried that universe over into this place, and that's amazing. I've seen a lot of the walls having this Hamara, Beti, some shit. I think they've done a crossover. I'm not entirely sure, but if they have done it, that's great, guys. Amazon, that I just like give you a huge round of applause for that. Universe building, nice. Easter eggs taking lessons out of Pixar. That's pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, Paatal Lok is fucking dark. It's gritty. It's engaging. Do go check it out. Please do check it out. It's there are a lot of comparisons you will and can make to Sacred Games, and do that by all means, because that's what these guys want. And of course, I cannot finish it without mentioning all these controversies, guys. What the fuck? Check out these losers in life. No, mama, like gaand etranga. Idella paakumbodhu samma gaand avudhu. So here's everything that happened so far. Fucking pussies can't just like look at art as art and like move on in life. But then again, it helps with their marketing, so I'm chill with that too. Starts out with a complaint from the BJP MLA Nandik Kishore Gurjar, who put up. Okay, that's kind of valid. They used his photo without his permission in the web series. That's kind of fucked up. But I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he made a complaint. That's chill. I'll give you that. You can like say that, oh bro, why couldn't you use my photo? You can be a little more chill and be like, yeah, you know what, I don't give a fuck. But that's not how politicians. That's why I get it. Then there was a complaint from the Sikh community saying, oh, you guys showed one of our Sikh people raping a girl. No, but bitch, you guys do it. So shut the fuck up. Don't give me this crap that, oh, you showing Sikhs as rapists, motherfuckers. I hate this, man. Just because someone is being portrayed as something else doesn't mean that everyone in that community are that, okay? There is someone there, or they may not even be that someone there. Someone exists in that writer's head, and that's all that has to matter. Fuck you guys. And then there's like complaints from the Gorkha community saying, oh, you guys have used racial slurs in the thing. Yeah, bitch, you guys get racial slurs every fucking day. This is just like showing it out to people so that people feel bad about it and they don't do it more to your people. Don't you guys see that? Why are you guys going and complaining and trying to shut down something that's helping you guys, you fucking thick-brained dumb fucks? Yeah, I think that's it. That's just like four so far. All these dumb communities coming, go like, oh, you guys have misrepresented us, you motherfucking assholes. You guys have been represented, dude. Just like be happy about that shit instead of chumma polymifying all the fucking time. Yeah, I'm done here, man. Thanks for seeing it. Now, what's with this lighting change, man? Why is it like going yellow and blue and all? Say, chill. Ciao. Thanks. Bye. See you.